Hi friends, welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for always choosing to watch my videos. If you're new here today, my name is Betty and a warm welcome to today's video. So today we are going to talk about how, what's needed to prove your marriage is real. If you're not in the US, this happens when you get married. If you come to the USA and you fall in love, you meet somebody who is a US citizen, you fall in love and you decide to get married, you don't become a citizen on the spot. You have to go through the process. You have to go through that process, and that process will involve like you going for an interview. And there are those documents that are required. So this video might help somebody who is maybe going through this process, or maybe who is planning to go through this process. And by the way, just to let you guys know, I am not an immigration lawyer or officer. So anything that I talk here, it's based on what I read or based on the little knowledge I have. And what you can do is to go on the USCIS website and read more. Or if you can't do that, you can get a lawyer that can help you with more legal advice. So I am not trying to give you any sort of legal advice at all. It is just something that what I read, I like to share. So if you don't know, or if you're not aware, when you come to the US and you meet a US citizen, then you decide to get married, you will be required to prove that your marriage is real. Because they assume the marriage is not real, and it is for you to prove to them that indeed it is for love. Indeed, this is real. Indeed, I am not married to this person for immigration purposes, and they will require you are required to provide the documents that are that you are supposed to like supporting document to prove that your marriage is indeed real. Because if it is real marriage, then of course you will find these documents. Okay, so I will go through some of this, maybe not all. I might not mention all of them. That's why I said go to the website before you go for your interview. You can go to the USCIS website, the official government website, and look up this, get updated, or get a lawyer that can, a legal lawyer who can advise you on all this. Okay, so the number one thing I know for sure that you can that they will ask you is pictures, the photos. Do you have pictures together? So you need to take with you photographs to prove that this is my husband. We got married. You have pictures for the wedding, family pictures. And what I can tell you about the pictures is you need to label those pictures. If it's a group of people on the picture, just label them and say mom, dad, mother-in-law, father-in-law, sister-in-law, my sister, my brother. Just label them. And you need to give evidence with these photographs that we did a wedding, you signing. Of course, they don't want the whole album, but if you are married, if this is your husband, yes. You got married, did you take pictures? Yes. Do you travel together? Yes. Every single picture to prove, not a whole album, just you can pick pictures from one or two here and there. Different seasons, from the winter, from the summer, and you can pick pictures. Christmas time, did you guys celebrate Christmas together? Did you celebrate Thanksgiving together? Did you take pictures? Were you like something to prove to these people that this marriage is real? We are husband and wife. We do take pictures together. So another thing that I forgot to mention is when you get married to this person, you will get like a 2-year green card, a conditional green card. And then after the 2 years, you will be required to go for another interview and bring more supporting document to show that you are still married, you are still together. And then you can get another, like the 10-year green card without conditions. Another thing that they would want to see is joint bills. So if you live together and you're husband and wife, definitely you live in a house that has bills, and they would want to see these bills. For example, electric bills, there's water bill, there is, all those utility bills. So what I can advise you is, if you are, one person should not be the only one paying for these bills. At least have both of you, like husband and wife, wife pays for the water and electricity, and the husband pay for the gas, and this, like divide those bills. Because if it's only one person paying all the bills, and you know what, as Africans, we have this mindset, or we believe that the man should take care of the house bills and pay the rent and everything. I am telling you, you need to prove that both of you participate in paying bills, because you need to prove that both of you are paying bills for this, for this house where you live. If you are leasing, you should both be on the lease. Yeah. If you have a mortgage, documents to prove that you live together. Something to prove that you live together. And let me tell you, these officers, they are aware, like some things are not maybe possible, or not even possible, that maybe if it's a new marriage, you are not maybe all the way into like every single bill or whatever. Like you need to give the reason why. If your wife is not on your lease, you give the reason why they are not on your lease. If you guys don't have a house, you are not leasing, if you are not having a mortgage, you can have a letter from the roommate. If you're renting a room, or if you live with your relatives, your uncle, your auntie, or you live with your mom or dad, you can have them write a letter and say, hey, my name is so and so, this is my house, and these people are renting from me, they live with me. So it's what I'm trying to say is, if you say no, you need to have a reason why that is not happening. So for example, if you cannot add your wife to the lease, you need to give the reason why you cannot add your wife to the lease, or your husband to the lease, So, but my advice to you would be, have both of your names. If for example, if it's a wife that has joined the husband, have the lease amended so that both your names can appear there. Okay. You can be on just anything to prove that you are indeed together. Life insurance, life insurance together. Medical, like health insurance cards together. Something, car insurances, our names are together in car insurance. Yeah, credit cards. Something like that. You need to prove, you need to know that your names need to appear. These people, they are not gonna guess and say, oh, maybe, yeah, they're not gonna assume nothing. They want you to prove to them. If they bring up a question like, show me, you are able to either give the reason why not, or show it. Another thing that they want to see is joint financial assets. They want to see a joint bank account, and they want to see that the account is active. Both of you are using the bank, not just the transactions. Okay, it's a joint account, but only one person is doing the transaction. What about the other person? If it is a joint account, that means the wife will have transactions and the husband will have transaction. It is an active joint account. So it is one thing I'll tell you, and that is why I said, if you're not in the US, maybe you are not aware, but they need to prove you are indeed married. So joint bank account, it is necessary. So you need to have maybe a credit card together. You need to have bank cards. If it's a joint account, you two have the cards to, like cards. Financial, anything to prove that you are together financially. Prove it. Yeah, be prepared. It's better to be prepared because you don't want to miss the chance of getting your green card. You can be very frustrated if you fail the interview because you can be married for love, married for real, but you don't know how to get prepared. You don't prepare yourself well, and then you fail the interview. And that's not good because that's gonna be like, oh wow, that's gonna be sad news for the family. Because yes, indeed you're married, yes, it's real marriage, but you have presented yourself with nothing. Okay, so open the bank account together. It's time for people to be open to each other. Be an open book. Okay. So another thing that you need to have is a tax return together. You need to prove that you file tax jointly. You don't file it separate individually. No, you need to be filing your taxes together. Let's say, for example, you have been married for 2 years. Of course, for those 2 years you have been filing your taxes. They want to see that. So have those documents ready. Taxes, you have to file your taxes every year and make sure you file them jointly. Okay, if you file them separate individually, that's gonna bring a whole bunch of problems, and you don't want to give the officer an idea, or you don't want to give them a sign of this is not real. You want to make sure that everything is according to the way it is, because you know what, if it's real marriage, then you have all this. Just get prepared, just get ready for these questions so that when they come, you have your documents ready. Okay, they are not gonna guess, oh okay, so if you guys are married, then you guys do taxes together. They're not gonna assume that. They want to see it. They will not guess, or if you guys then are married, then you live together. They want you to show proof that you live together. Yeah, if they are not gonna assume, okay, then if you guys are married, then you must be paying bills together. They want you to prove that you paid those bills together. Okay, and this is gonna help your interview. It's gonna help you get approved very fast. And by the way, everybody experience is different. Some people might come up and tell you, oh, we didn't get a lot of questions, and some people, they will tell you they got a lot of questions. Some people, they will tell you they got separated, different rooms. Some people, they will tell. Everybody has their own experience. It just depends with the officer you find, or the person you find there, the interviewer. It depends with them, and it depends how you're presenting yourself, or the body language. If you give them a reason to doubt you, they will indeed doubt you. But all we hope is not for you to relax, for you to be prepared, relax, and you will be okay. Another thing that you will require is, I can call it correspondence. Anything that has your both names. Let's say, for example, conversation, text messages. You can screenshot them and print them out and have them ready. For example, if it's a husband and wife, you can be texting each other like, hey, what's for dinner, or this and that. Are you picking the kids up, or just a conversation. When you're married, it is not like a boyfriend-girlfriend thing, because when you're married, this is where you're discussing serious stuff. What are you cooking for dinner? Are you going shopping? Oh, we don't have milk. Can you bring milk? So this kind of conversation, and it's not like you show them like some bedroom conversations. No, they just want to see conversations of a husband and wife talking to each other, communicating about the home. So something like that can help. Also, something from social media, maybe pictures you posted on social media and people went ahead and commented there on your photo, or beautiful couple, stuff like that. They can really help. Yeah, so anything, something from your social media. And let me tell you guys, you never know if these people, they will check your social media to prove that you're indeed, for example, Facebook. If somebody if you say you're married and you happen to check your Facebook and your wife does not appear on your Facebook page, and on your Facebook page you say you are single, how are they going to be able to believe you? You say you're single on your social media, you don't post your husband or your wife picture at all. Anytime you post picture, you are just by yourself. How are they going to believe you? You know? And when you you never know what they'll look at. So you can search anything that has your both names, anything that can support, to prove and to show them that indeed we do communicate every day, we do talk to each other. And also on that, on that note, I can add and say, if you exchange cards during Christmas, during birthday during your birthdays, if you exchange cards, that would help as well, something. And also, I wanna tell you this. Please don't make it look like don't stage it. Don't make it look like it's staged. When some things, these people, they can tell. If you're staging things, they can tell. So you have to be very careful, because if it's real marriage, it is real marriage. You can tell even from the conversation. Married couples, sometimes they are not talking. They are not they're mad with each other. These people, they are aware of that. So if you happen to say to them, here my husband was not happy because on this picture because of this and this, they understand. They know these things happen in marriages. It's not staged, because they are looking at something to tell them, is this real or is this staged? Is it, you know what I mean? So something like that. Another thing I can add on to that is babies. Wow, if you have children together, that can help big time. Or if you're pregnant, you can have a letter from the doctor to show and to prove that you're indeed pregnant, and this husband is taking you to the appointments and stuff like that. Or if you have a baby together, the names on the birth certificate and stuff like that, DNA, stuff like that, something. Babies, they can help big time. I think with the kids, when you have kids together, it indeed tells them that this is real marriage, and this is why we got married, because we want to start a family, and now here we are, we have a baby. Yeah, that can be something really, really good, having a child. And I'm not saying that as soon as you get married, because because you are going for the green card interview, you start trying for babies. No, I'm just giving I'm just giving an advice, like babies, if you have a baby together, that's good. Yeah, that's very, very, very good. And yeah, I mean, you can be approved. I have seen a lot of people who have gone to these marriage interviews and they got approved right away. And I have seen some people, they have gone to these marriage interviews and they did not get approved. And nowadays these things, I think they can keep you forever. They can keep you for so many years, still waiting for another interview. Like if you screw up your first interview, if it doesn't go well, then you're gonna have to wait for so many years for you to be called for another. I don't know why, for some reason, but I know of a few people that it has happened to them. They have waited for so many years to be called for a second interview, but it's just that something went wrong on their first interview. They are indeed married, but they haven't had a chance to be called again in a long time. So I don't know if it's something they just do on purpose, but hey, it's good to be prepared. I have talked about the travel. If you travel together, remember to add the flight, maybe details, like tickets information together, like both of your names were on the ticket, or do we call it itinerary? You know me, I'm a Kikuyu, I can shrub anytime. So have these details together, and also the hotel information, like you took a hotel room together, have those names there for both of you. It will help to prove that indeed you are together, you travel together, you go so many different places together, and now to a point of you take rooms together and stuff. These are the things just to prove that okay, yeah, indeed these people are together. And also have a bunch of pictures together, take pictures, don't say I'm not a picture person, I don't like pictures, oh, I'm not gonna take pictures. They will help you. It's better you take pictures. Even receipts, like we traveled, we had dinner, we ate out, we did this. You can have even receipts. Keep those receipts, keep them safe. Another thing I can say is I can call it miscellaneous. Anything else to add on to it? Let's say you have adopted, you can have those adoption papers together. You can have affidavit, something written, a letter from the church, a letter from the families, a letter from friends, just to say, hey, we know that these people are together. They are indeed married. Okay, if you're together and you have activities you do together, you have signed up gym memberships, you have taken the package as a family, show it. These things will help. And then after you have all those documents ready, then comes the interview. When you go to the interview, you just have to be prepared. And just so you know that if it's something that you have to say no, you can say no. They will ask you questions and personal questions. Sometimes they will ask you, oh, what color of they can ask you something very personal, like does your wife like coffee or tea in the morning? Or like the favorite color of your wife. What is the wife or the husband? What is the husband's favorite color? They will ask you, oh, what color is his washcloths? Like the washcloth he's using. And some of these things they don't a lot of people don't pay attention. Or sometimes they can ask the color of your underwear. If it's your husband, you dress together, or his favorite underwear colors. I'm not saying that they're going to ask you like exactly the same questions, but they can ask you. There's a possibility they might pop a question. They'll ask you, does your husband love coffee, or what does he love in the morning? Is he a breakfast person? You should know, because you live together. You are husband and wife. You should know these things. What's his favorite meal? They can ask you, what is your husband's parents' names? They can ask you, what did you guys do on Christmas? What did you guys, if you start, like getting confused, you don't know, they'll be like, this is suspicious. Also, they can also ask you, what is your brother-in-law name or sister-in-law name? They want to know if you guys know each other for real. So for those of you who don't know, that when you come to the US and you get married, you don't become a citizen right there. There are these steps that you have to follow, and yes, they are not complicated if you get yourself prepared for this. But all I can tell you is, just be ready, because citizenship does not happen like, oh, I'm married to a US citizen, tomorrow I'm going for my passport. No, you will get a 2-year conditional green card, and then after that, after they remove the conditions, then you can get your 10 years. So if your marriage ended before the 2 years, you can file for the I-751, and then you can ask for waiver, just to prove that your marriage ended, because they know, they're aware marriages end, and yeah, you can, I believe you can still continue with, you can still get your green card, I believe so. That is something else you need to look into details about. Yeah, what if the marriage ends and then you file for these you file for this I-751, and then prove that your marriage, yes, you are married for all this time, but then what happened for this marriage, it ended, and you can still get your green card, I believe. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and thank you for listening to me, and I hope this video is helpful. And please, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and let me know on the comment section what you think about this video, and give it a thumbs up. Thank you. And you can share this video as much as you want, and Thank you, family. God bless you. Bye.